Hi guys, it's Angela with Andy Styles Boutique, and if you're on Facebook with me, I'm Crafty Designers. So yes, I opened the Facebook group, and you guys that follow me on YouTube are more than welcome to go out and join the Facebook group. What I'm hoping for this Facebook group is that we can create something that's going to allow all of us to excel beyond our wildest imagination in this crafting industry. So whether you're trying to craft for fun, you're just trying to learn the basics, or you're trying to craft for profit, whatever your goal is for crafting, my goal for Crafty Designers is that we help lift and raise each other up. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a repeat viewer, welcome back. If you're a subscriber, thank you guys so much for rocking with us. So this video is just going to be a Q&A. I posted in my Crafty Designers group a video of me doing some rhinestoning, and I had a couple questions, so I wanted to address those questions, especially for those who are new to rhinestoning and just want to get started. This is my personal take on it, and this is going to be a super short video, so it won't be instructional, how to, whatever. It's just going to be more on my personal challenges, things that I think you should know or that you want to think about and decide before you jump into rhinestoning. First things first, your tools. So with me, glue. Glue is the thing that I struggled with. I struggle with it because there's so many glues out there, and when you purchase your rhinestones from other companies, they will send you a glue that they recommend, or I don't know if they recommend it because they like it works for them, or they're getting it. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is for them to send you the specific glues, but they will when you purchase your rhinestones, depending on where you get them, or if you're on a rhinestone site, they will have a glue that they'll sell to you. So having said that, this glue is the super tight glue, which I really like. Some of the rhinestone companies that I purchase from, they do have this glue on their site. But with this glue, you'll have to put it in one of the little glue bottles, which I have one somewhere, but I don't know where it went. But anyway, it comes out clear, but it also comes out in a lot of, when you squeeze it, it comes out in a lot. It's a lot. It puts a lot out. So the little bottles with the little tips, those are some of the things that you're going to want to use if you're going to use super tight. But, it's a good glue. I really like it. Another one is the Ultimate, and I got this, I think, it's Eileen's, the Ultimate Glue, and it's supposed to be good for everything, UV proof and waterproof, and it dries in minutes. So this is another glue you can use to rhinestone. But whatever you use, you want it to say it dries clear. Now, which brings me to this one. This is the E6000, and it says it dries tacky. You don't want a tacky glue. You want a glue that's going to dry clear. And the other thing is, this is a super tight one here, and it says it dries in minutes. And this is the little paintbrush. However, I did mess it up because I I cross-contaminated it with another glue, so you don't want to do that. So I had another glue, but that's not the purpose of this, to show you all of the glues. But the purpose of this is to say, when you're thinking about a glue, you want to decide which one works best for you. Again, they will send you glue that you can try, whatever, but you're going to find your own rhythm. But make sure it says it dries clear. And then the other thing is that it dries within minutes. It's not going to say that. It may say that. It may not. But I'm letting you know it's going to dry within minutes. So you have to, that's why when you're rhinestoning, you want to work in manageable sections so you can, get the stones on before the glue dries. Because when the glue dries, it leaves a little rusty, crusty spot. So you'll have to either wash it off, wait till everything dries, and wash it with a warm or hot cloth and just get the excess off. or you'll, if you don't put too much, you may be able to rhinestone over it. But you don't want to just do that. You want to try to make sure that you're using manageable sections and working in manageable sections. Now, the second thing is your tools, your pickup tools. So this is the crystal katana that I purchased, and I'm using it. I like it, but there's some things that I'm experiencing with this. Number one, it wore down really quickly, really quick. And then the ordering process. A lot of the stuff is sold out on the website. So unless you're one that's going to really watch the website or order up a lot, which I don't recommend if you're just starting out, this may be something you want to work up to, or it may be something you don't even want to use at all. Now, having said that, because I did purchase it, I'm going to order the tops for it so I can swap this out. But it's not a must-have for me, although I did purchase it. And the reason I purchased it, because it said that it would help you rhinestone quicker, better, faster. I didn't find that, but that's not a knock on it. It's just that anyway. Okay. The other thing, here's another one. Now this one I do like because the tip is a little sharper. It's a little more pointier. This tip did, like I said, it wore down really quick. So I wasn't really happy about that, especially for the money that I paid for it. But I will go back and order again because I made the investment. So she does have the tips on there, and I'll go back and order some tips. But it wore down a lot quicker than what I thought. This one here, like I said, I got this when I ordered another set of stones, and I think I got this one from Amazon. But when you use this, at some point it's gonna look like this. I lost this part; it came right on out, and then this right here, it didn't wear down as quick as the crystal katana. But they will wear down. So think about that. There are other methods, the other types that you can use, but I prefer these for picking up the rhinestones and everything. Now I have, let's see, what else should you consider? You should check your glue, your rhinestone pickup tools. Just look and see what's out there. Do the research. Another thing, if you want to be successful in this, is join a Facebook group. There are tons and tons and tons of Facebook groups out there that do rhinestones. Now, I'm telling you that so you can learn tips and tricks and then see the possibilities of where you can go with rhinestones and you can pretty much you can stone out anything. People bling out so many things with rhinestones. I mean, people bling out jars. They bling out those butter cookie tins that you get at Christmas time. They bling out those shoes, clothes. I mean, picture frames, artwork, you name it. The world is out there for you to bling out. So join a Facebook group or two to see what if there's anything that catches your eye from those groups. Now, I will say this, when I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, the thing that bothers me about Facebook groups is that there are people in those groups that won't share. They will put something out and people will come and say, hey, where'd you get the image? Or where did you get the stones from? And they just won't come back and answer. I don't like that. But you will see that in some of the Facebook groups, but I'm not telling you or asking you or advising you to go into the group for that. I'm advising you to go into the Facebook group for ideas and tips and tricks from those that are willing to share or that is willing to share. So if you see something and you like it and you ask the person and they don't want to share it, just move on, because there's a lot of that out there. All right, the other thing, start looking at companies who sell rhinestones. Now, I have done videos on some of the places that I like. Right now, this cup is the Bling and Bluebird It's Marry Me Maryland, and I don't remember the other name of the mixture that I have, but there are tons of places you can get your rhinestones. You can do AliExpress, you can do Amazon. I like the Bling and Bluebird. Another one I like is the Deco Craft. I like oh shoot, I want to say, oh, Stones in a Box. That's it. It's like, what is the name of it? There are tons out there. You want to order a small. My suggestion is you start with something small. Start rhinestoning something small, just to practice it. Those badge reels are great tools to start with. The phone cases, they're great tools to start with. And then the methods, the methods that you want to use. The most popular ones is scatter method, which I love, which is this one here. That's my personal favorite. The other one is I don't even know the name of the method. I know it, but I can't think of it. But it's where you start blinging and you do all in a circle, and then you go, around and round and round. Unfortunately, I haven't done those because for some reason I keep getting drawn to the scatter method, and that's just what I like. Let's see. Another thing is storing these are tips and things that I think you should know. Storing these, you want to store these in a container because they're easy to pop off get lost, or they're easy to knock over. What I try to do is use a small amount. These trays are worth their weight in gold. They help you to pick up your rhinestones, and they also store your rhinestones. Now, the Bling and Bluebird has a big tray and a little tray, and it has a opening on it where you can pour your stones in. You can open it up and pour the stones back into the jar. These little trays also help you pick stones up off the table. Some people like to work on a table. Some people work on a mat. Some people, work straight out of the little tray, the rhinestone tray. I don't. I will show you this in just a second. This little mat that I have. I really like this mat. Let's see. I'm trying to get the stones off because the glue that I had, sometimes your glue is going to get on your stones, but that's okay. You can still use them. But the mat that I'm using now, which I really love, is the Crystal Ninja mat. And I'm going to get a bigger one, but this one is good. I like that. It helps me pick up. And as you can see, I've been using it because it's fraying a little bit, but I really like her mat. So yeah, I'm putting these in because this is the mixture of stones that I'm using for this to finish this cup off. So that's it's okay to put those in there. You want to keep your stones separate also. Regardless of the method you're using, if you are using the scatter method and you're using specific colors, you're going to do a tray of each color that you're using just to keep them separate, so when you put them back into the container, they're not mixed unless you're mixing them by design. The other thing is, where's my little pack? I have a mixture. You can get mixtures as well. Let me see. Let me grab it. You can get them already mixed up. So that's another thing that with me trying to figure out. This is one from the Deco Craft, the Blingology brand. Trying to figure out what colors you want to put together. So for me, it's easier to do the ones that are already put together versus, now these are just like little separate ones. So if I were going to bling something out using these colors, then that means I would have 3 of these. You want to keep them separate because you don't want the job of going in trying to pick all of these out. You just don't want it. So the other thing I'm going to tell you, which is really, really, really important. When you start your project, it's 2 things. Sorry. Don't judge it. Go ahead and go through with the process, because you may look at it and say, oh my God, there's a gap there, which I can see that. Oh my God, there's gaps here, here, and here. This is the scatter method. And with the scatter method, you are going to have gaps, but you can go in and fill them. Now, what I do is with my gaps, I fill them after a couple, well, depending on how long you're working on it. So let's say I'm working on this today, then tomorrow I come back. I can fill these gaps in tomorrow because number one, my stones won't move anymore. They're solid and they're in place, so I can go in and I can fill that in. The other thing, well, I said two things, but there's actually three because as I talk, I remember stuff. The other things is the movement of your stones. Your stones are going to move, especially when the glue is wet, but try to limit that. Try to make sure that you're not moving them a lot, because then your pattern, you kind of start moving. When you start moving them, you keep moving them because you're trying to perfect them. But as long as they fit into the space that you have, put it in there and leave it. So when I pick a stone up, I just pick it up and then I just place it. I try to get it into where it's going to live. There's no glue here, but all right, let's see if you can see it. So this one can go in here. That pink one, I just put in there. So if I was placing this stone, I would pick it up, put it in there, and leave it because it fits in there. Now, if there was a space where it wasn't going to fit, then I'd put it in as close as possible. Maybe tap it a time or two, and there it is. That's it. The moving around, the continual moving around is not going to help you finish your design, and it's going to frustrate you. So just try to get it in there as best as you can. Tap it into place, go on to the next one. So if we're working on this side, I'm going to put my stones in until my glue is no longer taking the stone. Then I'm going to move to another side. Then I'm going to work on this side. Then when I'm done with that, I'm going to work on this side. Then when that's dry, or I'm done with it, I'm going to work on that side. So by the time I get to the side that I started on, it's dry and I have a little more movement, a little more ability to get in there and complete those sections. All right, so let's see what else. I probably forgot something that is important. Don't be, trust the process. Just trust the process that it's going to come together and it's going to look right. Like I said, fill this in after it's dried. You can go back in and fill your. This is actually turning out prettier than what I thought. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. I'll clean it up once it's done. So when you're finished, now my tumblers go with me, or my stoning projects, they go with me, especially when I'm working as a flight attendant and I'm traveling. And they're getting knocked around, so I know that my stones are secure. But what you want to do is you want to wash it up when you're done. See if there's any warm water, a cloth. You can use a microfiber and some Dawn dish soap, because what you want to do is remove the residue. Not hot water, warm water. One just fell off. So you want to just gently clean it with some warm water and let it dry. Any stones that are loose, when you're going through with your cloth, it's going to remove them. Like one just fell off mine, it's going to come off. And then you want to make sure that you're going back in, filling those spaces in if you need to. The other thing is sometimes they might get on top of each other, and that it comes from using too much glue, by the way. But you want to just make sure you get those off. The other thing is when you're packaging it up to send it to your customer, put a couple extra stones in there with a little envelope in a little baggie and just say, hey, in the event that you lose some stones over time, during wear and tear, here's some extra ones. And just put that in there. Now, the other thing you want to add in there is your care instructions. Tell your customer how to care for this. It's not dishwasher safe. You don't want that hot dishwasher water going in there to remove that glue. You just don't. And I'm not saying it's going to remove it with the first or second or third wash, but that dishwasher water gets insanely hot, and you don't want that to ruin your work and you have an unhappy customer. All right, guys, I hope that this video helps someone and you guys get some questions answered. If you're thinking about starting Rhinestone and you just don't want to jump in because you have these questions, hopefully I've answered them. If I didn't, or if you have more questions, put them in the comment section below. I will answer them. And also this video will go up on the Crafting Designers Facebook group as well, because that's where the original question came. But all right, guys, this is Mother's Day, so I hope you moms out there, I hope you guys are having an amazing Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers. If you're not a mom, I hope you still have a beautiful day as well. All right, guys, thank you. I hope you are inspired. Go out there and craft. Get the stoning, guys. Bye.